We are now live.
Hey, yo, y'all give it up. Relationship Hour on a Tuesday. What's up, y'all? What's up? We back at it. We are back at it. What's good? What's good? Oh, I did it wrong. Ken, you're supposed to start off. I'm sorry. All right.
No, it's all good. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kenya Brown. This is a relationship hour, and we have a wonderful panel tonight. We have my girl, Bijou Star, in the house.
Bijou.
You might recognize that voice and that face from Sam Sylk Show with Bijou Star. And also another person that we very much love on the show, Pastor Kyle Earley. How are you?
What's going on?
And we're going to have some really good talk, y'all. And, you know, nothing is off limits. We like to have some real conversations. And so we're going to turn it on over to Mr. Sam Sylk. Get started.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah. No, they don't sound like they're ready tonight. All right, any versions? First time? First time? If this...
Yeah, I was about to say this is my first time.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
So I got to welcome you guys. This is you guys' first time. So... we have questions that the audience have selected. They wrote them down. Okay. Some have wrote these questions down. Well, they may be a little bit intoxicated. And so we have to sometimes decipher what they meant, what they mean.
Understood.
It's okay.
But it's good.
Yeah.
All right? And like she said, everything, we talk about anything. So we get you guys' perspective. You guys can just wave your hand. We'll bring the mic to you as well. And that's what we do. So we're going to dive into this conversation, and I'm excited about tonight, especially to hear what you guys have to say. It gets wild. It gets wild.
No, wow.
But it don't just get wild. We have our moments, and we've had moments that sometimes the women have to cuddle in a little area and look after their sister, and same with the brothers. And Pastor, we have had prayer in here a few times.
Okay, that's always
so
good.
that whatever happens.
No doubt.
Sound good?
No doubt.
All right. So I'm going to read the first question, and then whoever wants to hit it first, you can hit it first. The first question is there a thing where you may have fallen in love with someone who does not match who you are now? One more again. Is there a thing where you may have fallen in love with someone who does not match who you are now?
I hear a lot of
The
reactions
audience,
out here.
They're like, amen.
They're like,
Amen.
yes.
I got a couple of my members here, so y'all excuse them.
Okay. Yeah.
No, we love it. We love it. Come on.
All right.
Bring it on. Bring
That's
it on,
real.
honey.
City of God in the house. That's all I'm.
That's right. Make some noise. Make some noise. Yes, sir. Who wants to hit that first? Who wants to hit it first?
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
start.
You'll
I'll
start?
I'll
Can you start on that one?
Okay, so you're in a relationship with someone that you don't match with anymore? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
so they're saying, is there such, basically what they're saying is, I fell in love with you years ago, but today, we just don't kind of match where I'm at now, today. I would say that I love you, but where I'm going, we're not hitting it. Now, the question is, have you tried, in my opinion?
Yeah.
Because I believe that people fall in and out of love.
Absolutely.
I don't think that you're always at that same peak. I think it comes a point in time that she or he, and then one day you wake up and then all of a sudden this damn magic is like, damn, what is it today? What is it this week? Because it's life. Sometimes you don't stay in love with your damn self.
Listen.
You got to fall back in love with who you are.
I think that the problem is that we go into these relationships with these ideals in our head. Like everything is supposed to be wonderful all the time, and everybody is supposed to stay the same. If you were hot and heavy at the beginning, it's supposed to be that way the whole way through for your whole life. But things change, and that's the beauty of relationships. You have the opportunity to grow in different directions. And, I wouldn't want my partner to stay the same. Let me level up. Let the person level up in your life. And I don't know. I just think that people have to release some of the ideals in order to see how they can fit now. Because you might have fit then, but you got to figure out how to work it out now.
That's a good point. I also think that in relationships, we get in, and relationships are different than marriage. So let's kind of decipher that now. But when you connect with somebody, if you connect with them based upon purpose and not passion, then I think that's what kind of navigates you through these type of challenges. Because at the end of the day, if we understand why we are together, then your growth doesn't intimidate me. My growth doesn't intimidate you.
Say that one more again, because some people can't handle that part.
Well, sometimes I don't know how to repeat it. Sometimes
No, yes.
Come on now.
it be the spirit, so you got to catch it while you catch it. But again, sometimes we get with people not out of purpose, but out of passion. And your passion is like fire. We equate it to fire. And sometimes the fire gets dim. Sometimes the fire goes out. But purpose is what keeps us together. So when you grow, I'm not intimidated by your growth. When I grow, you're not intimidated by my growth. And I always find a way to connect with you because our purpose will always keep us together. So love has nothing to do with purpose. Passion has nothing to do with purpose. Sex has nothing to do with purpose. Neither does money. But at the end of the day, when we understand why we are together and why God put us together, then we have the potential to always stay together.
I agree.
Stay together.
I was just about to say, how do you find these people?
Yeah.
How do you
And
find
you
these
wanna know
purposeful people?
But I do want to say that, answer that again, on the other side of it is, I do believe that you can grow out. Like you said, Sam, grow out of love because you might have met them in a broken place. You might have related to your brokenness and now you're whole and they are not whole. Okay, so when you meet in dark spaces and your dark points are what pull you together, you have to realize you might have gotten with the wrong one. That happens as well.
And that's good too. So I'll go a step further. This is good. This is why we got to stop trying to find projects. Because oftentimes, and I don't mean this directly in terms of women, but it's even with men sometimes, is that we find people and they're broken and we fall in love because we're good at helping putting people back together.
Lord, come on.
Wow.
That's real.
And so I have said that I'm not a project, I'm purpose. So if you meet me broken, realize that at the end you're helping me walk in my destiny and my purpose. You're not picking up my broken pieces and helping putting me back together, because then once you do that, then your project is finished.
Now y'all see why we got the pastor up here with us today. Project and purpose. Love it. All right, y'all ready for the next question? Say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, now remember, I don't read these questions before we get on. I read them right on the spot. Can you love more than one person for different reasons? And what does it say? And want to be, and want to be with both. That what they said, eh? Ain't that what they said? That what they said?
It's about to get dicey. It's about to get real dicey.
I stopped at the first question. I didn't see the abbreviation at the end. Can you love more than one person for different reasons and want to be with both? What was the song, the Cleveland Classic we played? There you go, Chris Bender. Who will I choose?
Dang.
Doom.
I remember that.
But doom. Anybody in the audience want to hit that?
Oh, y'all shy today. Oh, okay. I
So-
see
Yeah,
what
they
y'all
quiet.
do.
This table quiet. Dude.
I see what
let's-
y'all
Hey,
doing
and man,
today.
they not drinking over here
Where
at
the
table
bartender?
8.
They just don't
Six
know the
with-
song. They don't know the song. That's what it is.
Man.
Can you love more than one person for different reasons? The answer is yes. Yes,
Yep.
the answer is yes. Let me say this, that when we get in relationships, I think that we have this misconception that the person we're with is supposed to give us 100% of what we need. And God did not create us to be 100% perfect for anybody. You can even look in the book of Genesis when you look at Adam and Eve. The reason Adam was tricked by the serpent is because she was craving conversation and attention, and Adam wasn't there. So she got it from somewhere else. So at the end of the day, and I know, listen, your church might not believe this, your pastor might not believe this, but this is just real in terms of just life. Nobody has the capacity to give someone 100% of what they need, because what we need changes all the time. So you might love somebody because they give you deep conversation. You might love this person because they give you good sex. You might love this person because you collaborate with them on business and ideas and things of that nature. So yes, you can love more than one person for different reasons. I'll reject to answer the part of can you be with them both, though.
No, why you gonna
Hey.
Excuse me.
Well,
Excuse me.
No, wait a minute.
I'm gonna need some
now.
respect in this room. I plead the fifth.
The flesh.
That's the part we needed.
Listen.
Everybody flesh was like, okay, the pastor said, okay, get to that second part.
Right. That's the part we needed.
That was the part. That's the part. That was really what y'all wanted to know.
Well, we want to know.
That's the part y'all wanted to know.
Listen, we want to talk about the choice.
Yeah.
The choice to
Yeah.
stay with the one person,
Yes.
even though you have the.
No, that's good.
You
That's good.
you might love the two of them,
Yeah.
but it's the choice that you make to commit to the one.
That's good.
Knowing, can you be? You can do whatever you choose,
Yes, you
but
can.
you might hurt.
The
You gotta
answer-
know about hurting somebody.
I'm
Now, you
gonna
might
answer the
hurt
question. Can I
somebody,
answer
though.
that for y'all?
Come on.
Yes, if they willing to agree. Ask
Sister
Nick
wives.
Cannon.
Okay.
Ask Nick Cannon. Ask Nick Cannon.
If they agree to be in your
They
concubine,
did agree. They did agree. That was
They
another
agree.
choice. That
They
was a
agree.
choice.
I think, but
Right.
the other thing is that in relationships, let me say this and just be real. We got to stop using love as a way to hold people hostage.
Ooh.
And so at the end of the day, it's like, and some people do want one person, like, and I get that. But at the end of the day, like, you have the choice. We all have the choice, not just man, not just woman. We all have the choice to choose who we want to be with. And some people do want to be with just one person. And that has to be communicated. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Because oftentimes, because we go together, because we love each other, because of this, and even because we got married, does not mean that both parties want to be with just that one person. And that, listen, I counsel people, so I'm not talking about people in this room. I'm talking about people that I have a conversation with that realize after they got married, they wanted to expand and have more. And what I had to explain to individuals is that this individual wants one. So you got to respect that. And if you can't respect that, then y'all don't need to be together. But praise God for the man or the woman who chooses to be with you through your BS until you grow and learn how to be with just one.
all right.
What you
All
thinking,
right.
Kenya?
Hey, Freddie, I'm gonna need that mic.
What's that eye roll, Kenya?
I see my table over there getting charged up. Where the mic at?
I'm all in. I'm just listening.
I'm looking at you.
Right, charged.
Shout out to DJ Earley. Good to see you, man.
What's up,
Yes, sir.
Earley?
Hey, Ellery. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a follow-up question then.
Okay, what's the follow-up?
Okay, so since everybody is not on the same page when you get in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yes, should you be with more than one person if that's what your heart desires?
That's
I mean, what if
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I think that's
sexual?
what you're saying. I think
What
you're
if it's
saying
not sexual?
it has to be a mutual thing, though, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It has to
So
be a
let's be
mutual
clear.
thing.
Let's be clear. In today's society, open relationships are more communicated and more acceptable than what they used to be.
Right.
Back in the day, it was you got with one man, you got with one woman, and you stayed with them. And at the end of the day, those decisions were made based upon tradition, right? Now there's an openness to where there are decisions that are made that if we are together and you want this in your life and I can't provide it, you can go get it. It does not mean that we shouldn't be in a relationship. I think the biggest thing that is missing in relationships is honest communication. Communication
Yeah.
happens, but honest communication. So what we as men don't do is we don't openly communicate what we're missing.
Thank you.
And then give the woman the choice or the option to provide the void or the gap. So we go find it, and then you are hurt as a woman because you're like, well, I would have did that for you. Or I would have considered doing that for you. And we're not just talking, and let me say this, we're not just talking about just sex.
Yeah.
We're talking about even good communication. Like there are some of us who understand that, okay, I can't talk to my spouse about that, but I can talk to her about that. Well, you need to figure out why you can't talk to your spouse about that. Because the minute you take away a woman's choice, is the time that you affect that woman, and now she cuts off what she would have gave you because you never gave her the choice to give it to you in the first place.
Wow.
Y'all like that? Y'all like that meat?
What you got over here? You got something to say?
He don't have the mic. You don't have the microphone. You take the microphone to him. All right, there we go. If y'all need another drink, let us know. We can get somebody over here to take care of y'all too.
Oh, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look out for table 10. Look out for table 10.
No, I think you can be in love with two people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do, you know. But at the end of the day, I think when it comes to, we minimize ourselves. We never get the date coming out. When you get with someone, you never get the date. So we minimize our choices. So you could be with this person for like 5-6 months, and it don't be nothing. You lost your time. So I think we put ourselves in boxes when it comes to dating, because we never do it. It's all about going straight to love, and you straight into a relationship with somebody.
All right, appreciate that.
That's a good point.
Anybody else on that? Anybody else want to hit it? And I like what you said earlier about if men will just say it to the woman. What happens, I believe, is that some men are afraid to tell her the truth because of the answer she may give. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I think it's better if you just go ahead and say it. And then the other thing is sometimes, now I got to stir up the pot because we got to turn it up a little bit. Sometimes women don't want the truth.
No, that's true too.
That's the truth.
Because if you tell them, then all hell break loose.
No, that's real.
But it ain't nothing personal. You just told the truth, and you like, but damn, if I really say how I feel, then we're gonna be up the whole night. And
I'm gonna flip this because we ain't saying about the men. No, the women doing the same thing as the men too, though. Okay, now the women
or better. I will say better.
You're supposed to be on our side.
I am on our side, but
or better.
The women's. The women's know how to love more than one person probably better than the men.
And let me say this, old school in terms of what my mother taught me, which I respect, is that she always told me never take away the woman's choice. That's right. So what it really means is that you have the capacity to be honest. You just got to be man enough to be honest. And if you're not man enough to be honest, then it'll take away my choice, and you'll never know the freedom I have with you until you give me a choice to be free with you.
Ooh.
Yeah, we need to have
table
the 2 snaps. Dim the light. What the incense at?
What you got, girl?
What you got to say, Queen?
So I just wanted to piggyback off of what you guys said just a few minutes ago. Me and my girl were just sitting here, and I was saying I was in a relationship once, and my boyfriend had cheated on me, and we had been together for some time, and I can't lie, it was kind of getting dull, like, you know, it was just kind of like we done did everything, what now? So I found out he was cheating on me, and I was just like, well, if you was cheating on me, why didn't you just come to me and say, hey, you might have got bored, or you wasn't interested, or, you know, it's something I wasn't doing right. But I felt like in my heart, I actually told him, why didn't we just sit down and have a round table discussion? Because maybe I felt the same way you felt. So we both wanted to step out, and maybe if the stars align and we wired up back together, this is something that we could have had a conversation about.
Well,
why would you risk hurting me, and we just could have talked about this? That
because in communication, what we got to understand in relationships is that most of the time those conversations turn into attacks instead of acceptance.
Okay.
And so what black men are scared of, and I won't speak for all black men.
But he can't have his cake and eat it too, and that's pretty much how I feel.
Let me help you. The real statement is you can't have cake and eat it too.
Okay.
Because if I got my cake, I'm supposed to eat it.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do with your cake.
Snap, snap.
He said that's what you're supposed to do.
No. We as
Yeah.
black folks switch
listening,
the whole
'cause I'm ready.
statement. It is not you can't have your cake and eat it too. It don't even make sense. You give me a cake, I'm
But you
supposed to eat
understand
it.
what I'm saying?
No,
though.
I wanted to correct you because language matters.
Okay, hypothetically.
No,
you get where I'm going.
no. Let me help you. So this is a healing part for black men and black women.
Okay.
Because in our relationships, our conversations turn into attacks.
Yes.
So when he says, "Hey, babe, I'm bored. I need some more activity," and you come back with,
Come
"Well,
on.
nigga, I need some more activity too," then it becomes attack instead of acceptance. And so we have to learn. Now, this is not just in your case, because that's not to say you would have did that.
Okay.
But black men, black women, we got to learn how to have a conversation where we accept what we feel without getting in our feelings.
Yes.
Say that one more time. And that's the reason why, to back up what I said, a lot of times why men don't tell you the truth or they do what they do. It's
Exactly.
because we know what is about to happen.
And same for women. You just said
Yeah,
it.
but and also it's about, like you said, it's about the attack. But maybe I believe that our people, I'm speaking for black folks, I ain't white, I don't know about what white people do, but I do know that we have not seen the correct way to communicate.
Ooh, that's good.
So we don't know how to, a lot of times, get the points across in a healthy way.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of our black males are taught to be non-emotional, to not show things in a way that would be, like you said, acceptance, right? You're saying it in a way that can be accepted because you don't know how to effectively communicate your thoughts,
Yeah.
right? So now
That's
you
real.
want to say it, but maybe you don't even know how to say it, and so now you run, fight or flight. So it's like, I can't do it, I don't know how, I'm feeling scared, because you don't want to hurt the person. You really don't want to hurt them. You love the person, so you like, I'm just gonna run and do it, and hopefully she don't find out, or hopefully he don't find out, because of the inadequate communication skills that we have, and then we don't go get the help. Because that's not popular in our communities either,
That's true.
which
Yeah.
teaches us how to effectively communicate with each other so that we can continue bonds that are healthy.
Because the first time your spouse says, "I want to spice it up," you like, "Well, what I ain't doing."
Right.
And it's not
Immediately.
about what you're not doing. It's about what we can do together.
Right.
It's
Right,
the
and-
presentation.
presentation.
Just like how you said it.
Right.
You see her face?
Right.
She scared me with that.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of us
Yeah.
are so strong. You know, I must say, as a strong black woman, that sometimes we're so used to taking charge. You used to take a charge with your kids. You used to take a charge at your job. You used to take a charge. So you don't even know how to soften to accept something different than what you think.
Well, first of all, Ken, your voice right now is very soft, okay?
Oh, I
So
told her
you
that's the
know how to
voice.
do it.
Yeah,
so
she's
maybe
got
you
the
should hold a
voice.
class.
She
Yeah,
got the
she
voice
like,
that
yeah.
soothes.
Yeah. That was a good question, though. Good question.
All right, next question. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, at what age do you take the titty out of your kid's mouth? What age do you take the titty out of your kid's mouth?
3 years
I don't
old?
think they mean. I don't think they mean. No. Stop.
Not breastfeeding.
They don't know. That's
We're
not what they talking
breastfeeding.
about.
We talk about.
We're not talking about. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's what I
They
was
not-
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what
Everybody
I was
went to
thinking.
breast-
Start
Not
biting.
breastfeeding.
When they
Everybody
get
went to
teeth.
breastfeed. We not. We didn't. They don't mean that, y'all.
Okay, what they mean?
Metaphorically
Exactly.
speaking.
Oh, coddling.
Coddling. Were you thinking about breastfeeding?
I was thinking about breastfeeding. I was
that's what
thinking
she said, too.
when they had
No.
teeth.
See, I set the mic down. I was
No.
like, never mind.
No, they
That's
talk
what I
about
was
the
thinking,
girl.
metaphorically speaking.
All right, no white women here right now, so hold on. All right.
She said when they start biting.
All
I
right.
felt shoot.
So no. This is so. How many of y'all got? Everybody got kids in it. Everybody. So
Grown
yeah,
kids. Yeah.
This really for their ass too. This question really about them too. At what point, especially if you got some grandkids,
No, I don't got no.
you love not yet. You love your kids and all that. It seems like the older they get, some of them you still be. Well, we will always be parents,
Always.
but you be like, well, damn, when you gonna get it? When you gonna? I think parenting never stops. Number one, but at some point we have to. One of the hardest things to do is to turn them over. Turn them over to God. Because they can be a trip. You be like, what damn? You know what I'm saying? You know what? You have to I answer it. You have to man up and woman up and just say, you know what? I'm gonna leave you alone for a minute. It's hard. I gotta leave you alone for a minute. You know,
That's real.
I didn't had to have a moment with Sam was like, who the hell you talking to? And I'm saying this real nice. 'Cause I was on some nigga, who the hell you talking to right now? Sit your ass down, boy. And after I had to, calm him down, then I see where he is and check him out. Then I have to turn around and say, you know what? If he don't get it or she don't get it, that's when you have to learn when to say, you know what, let me turn you on over to God. And you still let God, because I'm going to be real with y'all. They God's first anyway. So, you always got to pray for them. You never can stop praying for them. But until they keep emptying your pockets, I talk to a lot of parents, man. Grown ass kids, they still doing everything.
Dumb stuff.
I mean, stupid stuff. Say it again.
Dumb.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
But-
Who want to respond to that?
But the thing is that I have adult children and I'm guilty because I can't let them go. Like it was one of those things where I used to always feel like if I would have just had a little bit more support, if I would have had just somebody who would have just believed in me just a little bit more or, just helped me get over the hill. But all of the things that I went through made me stronger as a person. But, it's difficult to stop lending that hand. And
that's a lot of our fault too. A lot
Yes.
of that, I'll speak on my age, I give back to pastors, that a lot of things that I went through, I was guilty of. My kids ain't gonna never. Man, please. That built me. I don't like some of the things I went through, but real talk, you know what I'm saying? It built who I am today. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah don't know what it is to take the bus to school at 13.
And
I
walk.
know what it is. Come on, right, to walk to the bus stop, stand there. I'm not talking about the school bus. Talking about the RTA. And stand there in the cold.
Listen.
And ride the bus with strangers.
Let's do this. Let's do this real quick though, because I think one of the things that matter tonight is language, right? So language matters all the time. I don't think that we need to say at what point do you let your kids go, because you never let them go. True. The statement is, when do you let your kids grow? That's the
So we're gonna take titty off of here.
Yeah, let's.
So we're gonna take.
Yeah.
At what age do you take titty off?
I still like titties. So it's not.
I love that. That's good. That's good.
You never let your kids go, but you should let them grow. Okay, and letting them grow. Understand this: that there are times when you plant a seed, but you don't make the seed grow. You water it, you nurture it, and then over time you see it implement itself into what it's supposed to be.
Excuse me, I'm gonna piggyback off that, but I notice women treat their daughters like crap, but their sons, oh my God, that's where the titty come in.
And
at.
vice versa. We as fathers, we treat our daughters like they're gold, and we treat our sons like they're just supposed to get through.
And that's why a lot of these guys is messed up now, because they've been on their mama's tits so long, they don't know how to grow.
No, that's real right there.
Yeah.
I man, please don't get me to talk.
Love their sons and raise their daughters.
No, yeah. Let's go to the back. Next comment.
About everything you spoke on in a relationship, from marriage to dating, it's a process of growing. It's not just about, you don't come here just being honest. That's hard to do. Who wants to be hurt? A lot of people are scared. You're not just going to come here and be honest with a person in a relationship and just think that's just the way is supposed to be. You take a baby, it'll lie if it's able to respond to see if it's going to be hurt. More than likely, it's going to lie. Some will tell the truth, but it's a learning process. It's not just one thing that you're going to be honest with your, like I said, from your spouse or in a relationship. You grow, you change. You might be with somebody 20 years. Next thing you know, your feelings are not the same, but do you tell them, or do you just continue with them and hope your feelings come back? You know, it's no guarantee in none of this.
All right, we got one more. April one. Come on. Makisha, come on. Yes, sir.
Can y'all understand? I grew up so terrible, right? My kids would never. I had to sell my house 6 months ago to make them girls leave. They refused to leave. They still refuse to get it together. I said, y'all have to find somewhere to go. It broke my heart because, what if I die tonight? What y'all gonna do? So they still didn't get it together. Just this month, I have 3 grown daughters and 3 other children. I had to find the houses, pay the rent deposit, just had everybody their keys last week. And I'm asking God to give me the strength. If these niggas don't pay they rent, I got to shut my back. I got to turn around if they come back to my house. Because I done sold my house and got another one. So y'all don't come down here. Y'all got to get it together. But I just kept on saying I don't want them to suffer the way I did. But that bit me in my ass. It's all right, Pat. You did? So I don't know at what point you take it out of their mouth. I don't know. Because they think I'm losing my mind. I blocked them all on the phone so they couldn't ask me for shit else.
That's real. That's real.
Would you tell them they calling her like, you know, mommy done lost her mind. What if we die out here in the streets? No, mommy ain't lost her mind. Talk to God and get it together. Because he got you.
Together.
He got you.
Yeah. I will say this to your point because I want to encourage you. You didn't make the wrong decision. You're letting them grow. Because my mother always taught us, when you turn 18, either you going to college or you going to the military, but you got to get the fuck up out of here. Excuse me. All right? So then I ended up finishing my last year of high school living with my dad. And I was such a hellion that before I graduated high school, that man went and found me an apartment, paid my rent up for 6 months, and told me to figure it out from there. And listen, this is how you decide, this is how your kids decide what type of individuals they're going to be. Is that I knew I could not go back to my pop's house. I knew I could not go to my mama's house. So I had to figure out how to learn and survive on my own. And that is called, and it's biblical, getting out of the boat and walking on water.
You know what? On that note, we took care of that question.
Listen.
Am I
let's
real?
move on from the titty question.
That's right. We went from titty to growth. Oh, did you want to respond, sis? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't see you.
So I might be the youngest person in here. I'm 31. My mother, I got 6 sisters. I'm the middle child. And my mother really took a great care of us. Like, she did all type of stuff to take care of us. Not in crazy ways, but in some crazy ways. Where I come from, there is no fathers. It was just me, my mother, my grandmother, and my sisters. It took for my mother to go to prison. She raises well, you know, to hustle, to get your money, to have your head on straight, go to school, education is everything, so on and so forth. But I always knew if I stumbled, I always had 2-3 jobs at a time. But I knew if I stumbled or if I spent money recklessly, my mama got me no matter what. So I could just fall off or, you know, and she got my back. It took for her to go to prison, and I had 2 younger sisters in high school that was coming up, and she also had custody of my niece. For me it clicked to me like, whoa, mommy not here no more. We got her house we got to take care of. We still paying car notes, mortgages, we still paying everything. Now it's up to me and my sisters to carry on what she taught us. So she did like 3 years in prison, and me and my sisters, we never looked back from there. Everybody is self-sufficient from that point. But it took her like maybe 2 or 3 years to get back on her feet. But now it's like me and my sisters, we don't even rely on her. She call us like, hey, y'all good? Y'all need something? It's like, no, we cool. But you don't realize how important your support system is until it's gone. You know what I mean? So when I was listening to her talk about her kids and she had to move out, all that stuff, we wasn't like that, but it was still her crush. And I didn't realize how much my mother was carrying on her. 6 girls, her own personal stuff, this, that, this. And until she's gone, we don't know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? So when I was sitting there like, damn, I can't relate, but I can relate because it took for my mother to be completely taken away from us, a phone call 15 minutes a day, to realize, hey, you got to stand on your own too, and you got to figure this out. I always had the keys, but it just birthed a different type of hustler out of me. Like, I just didn't even know. I knew I had it, but I had no choice but to do it. And me and all of my sisters, we are great now, and I'm just so thankful for that.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Don't y'all enjoy this conversation? You see how we help one another? And that's what I want us to take from this room, and those watching, is how we have folk in here in their 20s to people in their up to their 60s. And if we all can listen to one another, we'll learn something. And that question was answered. You just got to do it, man, and you just got to trust God, in my opinion, that they're going to be okay. Because if God says, today you gone, they going to have to figure it out. And you won't, I don't know how it is to be up there. I don't know. You can say, hey, God, you see my shorty, he over there acting a fool. He needs some help, God. I don't know if you can really pray to him while you up there, because I don't think you wake up until it's time, right?
We don't know.
We don't know. But anyway, I'm just saying. So just go ahead and tell them, let them go. Yeah.
Just kick the kids out. Go.
Yeah. All right.
Kick them out.
All right, let's go ahead. Kick them on out. Next question. Why do people stay married if they know they have outgrown the marriage? Why do people stay married if they know? I think the key word is know, and we got to figure out, how do you know they have outgrown the marriage? Who want to go first? Who want to go first? Who want to pass the? We got one in the back there. What's up to everybody on Facebook?
This is a great question.
All right.
So I think that a lot of times people even get married because of business. So sometimes your credit ain't right, your credit messed up, her credit messed up, so we get together, we can work it out together. So they get together, they establish things together, and they stay together because of business. They don't love each other. It's business. No, people.
So
people.
That's people.
That's a good response. Go ahead, then I'll go. Come in.
I think people just become tolerable of one another, Yeah. You just become tolerable. And then when you really look around, it's really slim pickings out here, When you look at, you've been with this person for so long, and then you get back out here and you see what's out here, you ain't willing to take that type of chance. So you just keep it moving with what you got. That's all.
Dang.
And I think we got to stop this, y'all. Let me, man, this is.
Come on.
Marriage is not the end result to your joy or success or legacy of life, man. Everybody's not called to be married. And so the pressure is you meet somebody, you love somebody, and then you got to get married. No, we don't. We don't. Like, we can be cool, we can be friends, we can be lovers, but that does not mean we got to be married, because now marriage, quote unquote marriage, ties us to a bond that we got to be in forever. Okay? So you don't have to outgrow if you never go in. And so at the end of the day, there's this stigma that, see, we want the ceremony, but we don't want the lifestyle.
Well.
So we want to get married on that day, have a good day, da-da-da-da-da, but then when it comes, why would you marry somebody that you think you can outgrow anyway?
Listen, so let me not to cut you off.
Come on.
Because what you're saying.
Talk to me.
I know someone who gets married, and I say gets because multiple marriages, just so that they don't live in sin. Okay, this is what they said.
Let's go there.
And that's why I got you, Pastor. So listen, and the stigma is how we've been raised, the church, and it's fornication and all these things. You say, okay, I want to have sex. These are people who are in the church, so they get married. Okay, they're almost pushed to get married.
Yeah, the church need to cut that BS out.
Speak on it then, Pastor.
For real. Because let me help y'all understand something, that most of the laws that we live under in America are based upon spiritual and biblical beliefs, not realities of what God has set up for us. Okay, so let me help you understand. Why then would the church say you got to be married? Because then you're shacking up, right? That's what we heard in the traditional church. But then you downgrade the fact that in the Old Testament, men were allowed multiple wives.
Well, that gets blacked out because Paul came along.
So we quiet. Right. Hold on.
Yeah, they quiet.
Yeah,
on
they
that
quiet
one.
on that.
No,
right?
ain't nobody quiet.
No. Hold on, table 10. Hold on, table 10. Hold on, table 10. Yeah. So let me help y'all. I'm speaking what you're talking about the church is stop letting pastors punk you into getting married based upon your love for somebody else. Your love from somebody else does not mean that you have to marry them or that you are living in sin because y'all live together, because y'all had sex before marriage, because most pastors who claim that BS also have sex before marriage, also live with the woman before marriage, and then they get up and preach a falsified gospel that convicts you and to keep you in bondage and to control you and manipulate you so you can't live in freedom.
Oh, y'all ain't heard no pastor talk like this before. Oh, y'all ain't heard no pastor talk like this.
They're going to take this. We're going to go viral on Praise Break right on that one.
Listen, I'm a pastor's kid. Y'all ain't heard no pastor talk like this before. Come on, Pastor.
No, that's real because we use the Bible to control and convict. And so ultimately what we do is take away people's choices. And if God created you to love that person and for that person to love you, who am I to judge it? Now, the curiosity of love is what drives us to sex before marriage, not sin. Did y'all hear what I said?
I heard you.
It is curiosity. Yes. It is not sin. Sin is anything that you do that you are convicted of that don't fit your morals or standards. Okay. That is what sin is. That is why when the Bible talks about the conviction of the Holy Spirit, everybody ain't convicted about the same thing, Sam.
No, they're not. That's why they do what they do.
That's why they do what they do.
That's why you have a division of all these churches.
So, lastly, I'll close with this. For any pastor who wants to challenge me, if you did it, good for you. But if you're going to use the pulpit to be a bully, then you are in sin yourself.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this irregardless of any pastor in any church, right? Because not everybody subscribes to that theology. So I'm gonna make this plain for all human beings in the room. This is a conversation of authenticity, okay? Because what happens is people get married for whatever reason they choose to get married, whether that's pastoral and your family pushed you into that or it was designed for whatever reason. But then you lose your authenticity and you realize that you shouldn't be with Keisha and that Gabrielle gives you a fire that Keisha can't provide for you. And that has nothing to do with your church and or your pastor. And so what happens is you have to begin to live two lifestyles. You got to live the lifestyle that is most accepted by the public who receives you.
Say that again. Come on.
Right? Woo. That might be your pastor and might be your church. But in your private time, you are in your authentic self. And Gabrielle is or Greg is more adapted to that. So what I would encourage people is to figure out who your authentic self is. Get 100% comfortable in your authentic self so that you can show up as that person regardless of what church you go to, what pastor you serve, what other person that comes into matters. Because then what happens is people stay in marriages that they shouldn't stay into, not because that person is bad for them, it's because they realize after a period of time that I didn't necessarily have to be married to you to get the purpose that was driven from us. I could have started a business with you. I could have loved you. I could have helped raise your children with you. I could have loved your family with you. I could have did a whole number of things with you. We could have went on vacation. We could have been best friends. But unfortunately, we decided to put something on top of it that put us in a covenant that we shouldn't have been in. What we should have been in is a friendship, is a partnership, some kind of relationship that doesn't have the word attached to it called marriage. Because what happens is you get married to some people, and then we have this conversation on the Sam Sylk show that did we grow out of love? Or should we be married any longer? The question is, should you have ever married that person to begin with?
Girl.
What you should have did is you should have remained in your authentic self.
Come on.
You should have remained free. You should have remained whoever you were so that you could have the pleasures of this world as so you desire. And so nobody at this point ends up getting hurt. You feel what I'm saying? Now we have to have a conversation of hurt, because now I have to stay in the marriage because I don't want to hurt your family. Now I got to stay in the marriage because I don't want to upset the children. Now I got to stay in the marriage because the church thinks that we should be together. Now I got to stay in the marriage because the business is decided upon whether or not we are in union. Yes. But all those things is because I made the wrong decision in the beginning, because I was never ever 100% in touch with my authentic self.
Girl.
You did?
So good. That's
Yes,
so
sir.
good.
Y'all,
Say
Yo, you give it up for
let
Angel.
the church say.
Now let's do this real quick. Let's
Yeah.
because
Hey,
listen.
I hate to confuse y'all.
Whoa.
Drop the mic. Sis, drop the mic.
so first of all, let me say this.
Hold on, settle down,
Listen.
settle down.
I'm going
Settle
to both
down.
of y'all.
Let me say
Settle
this.
down, settle down.
That we should collect the
Okay,
offering
okay.
for her
Yeah.
first
Settle
and
down.
foremost.
I seen this at work.
I'm about to send you to
Hold on,
about
hold
10
on
churches
1 second. Hold on 1
to
second.
set them free.
Because what she's saying, what she's saying is so authentic, but I think we got to go back to a core fundamental value of America that has put a stamp on something that never existed. So here's where we're going, is that marriage is something that America and institutions put on us that put us under that umbrella or that chain of bondage. Actually, what people do is manipulate scripture. So they'll say, when a man finds a wife, he leaves his family and clings or cleaves to that woman. It never says marry. Never says marry. Marriage becomes an institutional that is taxable under American law. Relationships are unforgettable, unwavering, and don't have a standard like you're talking about, the freedom to be your authentic self. That is why, let me help y'all, that when we talk about relationships now, people get married based upon benefits and not the blessing of the relationship.
Come on, that's real. That's
Because
real.
now we have to marry under taxes, under benefits that don't exist when it comes to biblical relationships and the term of love. So, with that being said, she is absolutely right, and I only brought it back to bring it full circle to her statement, which is that there are people who are watching right now who feel like your pastor won't marry you unless y'all live in separate homes, but y'all already live together. Your pastor won't marry you because you got to go through counseling and be a part of this particular class and do all of these kind of things. And that Negro ain't faithful to his wife, and his wife ain't faithful to him. And so now you are able to live freely for whoever's watching, and send your pastor my way. He can pull up if he want to. Live in the freedom of love, not the marriage under law.
Now I
All right.
watched
Let's
a
see.
lady.
Here, go ahead, bro.
I watched a lady live in freedom of love like that. She was with a guy for 25 years. A lady at my job.
Y'all, we got to keep it down so we can hear everybody.
Let's respect everybody, y'all. Respect everybody.
Table 10. Y'all the loudest. We need to hear everybody. Thank you. We heard you.
Well, a lady at my job was with a guy for 25 years. They wasn't married. He had a heart attack and died. His kids told her to get the fuck out the house because this is my daddy's house. And guess what? By them not being married, now they done built the house together. Her name was on none of the property. Didn't have no insurance in his name. Everything went to his kids. They kicked her out. She became homeless. So it's a point in being married. If you with somebody that damn long,
Yeah.
you know.
And I'm glad you said that. I know someone who the opposite side happened to them. But to go back to what she said everyone has said, is that it's your excuse me, your responsibility to figure that thing out. We all know what that can be. So why don't we or you set up something, get you an estate, do something. If not, get your ass up out of there now. And don't wait. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to say this, I'm going to keep it 1,000. Marriage outside of the love is a business.
There it is.
The reason why we sit over here and argue about who should pay what and who should pay this and that, because it's a contract. It's a business. And y'all didn't complete the contract, so whatever reason, you got to pay up. Because it's a breach of contract.
That's so
because
true.
you're supposed to be married forever. And when
listen,
you breach it, you got to pay up.
And that's the point that I think that the contrast is what Angel was saying is the authenticity to be yourself in that. And you are right. People get married and then they don't have anything in the end. Well, that means you got married for love. So you love me enough that when I'm gone, you good. Go find new love. But if there's a business attachment to that, then you have to realize that there's a separation between the blessing of love and the business of love. Because I only love you to this extent, and then when I'm gone, I'm going to leave you with this, not to show you how much I love you, but to show me how much you put into the business. There's a return on your investment, not a return on the love, because you can no longer love me no more because I'm gone.
Ooh, all right, let's go to the back before we go to our next question. What you got, Doc?
I'm going to say once again, there's nobody that comes here in life that is complete with an understanding of what they're supposed to do. We learn from being with each other. Whether you get married or stay in a relationship, you learn about yourself. You don't just go out here and say, I'm supposed to get married because this or that. You have to learn about yourself. We need each other to learn about ourselves. Nobody comes here complete with the knowledge of what they're supposed to do. We learn from each other.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question.
Okay.
All right, so we know now what we should be going into a relationship with. But what if you didn't go into that relationship? What if you're in the wrong relationship now? So what do? You're married. It's a thing.
So I kind of feel like you baiting me on this question because now
I'm just asking.
Now we're talking about what, should you divorce or leave the relationship?
Yeah, because if you're in a marriage and it's just not matching up, and it may not even be because of effort, like you said, and like she said, you just might not have really been your authentic self when you went into it, but you're into it now. You got some kids. You trying to stay together for the church, for the business, for the whatever, whatever.
Yeah.
Now what you do?
So it's two parts. One is, I think I heard it over here, you go back to purpose of why you are together. But then two, let me say this to people, because you might not agree with that, but some people are together for purpose. Divorce does not destroy your destiny. Let me say it again. Divorce does not destroy your destiny. If you are in a relationship that is not healthy for you, you need to leave that relationship. I know that there are pastors who say, well, your husband beat on you, forgive him, da-da-da-da-da. I don't believe in that. And women take the brunt of this because men are always encouraged to leave. Women are always encouraged to stay.
Traditionally,
that is real.
Away from the beginning of time.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the Bible, in the book of Matthew, it dogs women.
Yes.
That you should not leave your man. You got to wait for him to die for you to be free to go somewhere else. So what we're understanding is that now the conviction of divorce has been something to hold people hostage. Leave him, leave her. It is okay to start over. You can start over without them. You can recover without them. Your life is not over because you need them.
Derek, hey, Freddie, you need to get the camera on this one. This is about to get ignorant. No.
Sam, you already got me in trouble. I'm already on live. I'm gonna be
you know
banned
what?
from
You know
every
what?
church and
The
every
problem-
pastor group.
No, man. Let me. I want to hit that for you, man. I want to bag you up on that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
So before anybody, you church folk, and I hope this part go viral. You get all right, Earley. We talked to your brother. Yes, sir. Let me tell y'all, man. The problem a lot of times with the church is everything that all y'all said, right? And you have a lot of people who got married because they didn't want to go to hell for having sex. So they went on and they married her, gave her all these babies because they was just a hot dick nigga.
Right.
I'm going to say it like that.
Yeah.
Because church people say the same language when y'all ain't around. The pastors do too. Okay? And she was horny, and an old girl, the lady who used to be a whore, I'm going to say it just like that so I can be authentic and catch it.
Yeah.
Okay? And then she got saved. You don't know her past. So now she's trying to live through you, and now you unhappy. You didn't set up and did what you did. Now you got a lot of people who are in positions who got married in church, and they should have never married the person that they was fornicating with. But because the church was looking at all their sins and deciding who goes to heaven and hell and who can have communion. So now, you know what? To save face, I'm going to get married. So I can be the pastor, I'm going to go ahead and get married.
Right.
So I can hold this position. Now I got to look good in front of these people. And they sitting up there struggling. Just got through cussing each other out on the way to church. Don't nobody want to talk about that real stuff.
And that's real.
Going off.
And let me say that the older women in the church who convicted the younger women of that type of stuff have now become the Christian curious cougars.
The triple C's. Christian curious cougars.
The Christian curious cougars.
That's the new one now. That's the new one. We're going to end up on Larry Reed Live on that one.
Don't go to Larry Reed. Don't go to Larry Reed. So let me help y'all. And this, the Christian curious cougars. All right, y'all can start a whole choir on that. But let me say this. Let me say this because this is not just about relationships. This is about life. We have utilized our titles to determine who will get into heaven and hell. And let me help y'all understand as a pastor, so people ask me all the time, why do you do the things you do? Why are you? And I be telling people, listen, I can't put you in heaven or hell. Amen. Right. I'm trying to get in myself. Amen. I don't care what I preach on Sunday. And my church will tell you, you are promised a mansion in heaven. Everybody ever heard that, right? Just give me section 8. Amen. Just get me in the building. Like, get me in there. And what I mean by that is not to be funny, but it's serious, is that I sin daily like the people that I preach to. So there are certain messages that I don't preach. So I'm not going to preach hell and brimstone and sin because I'm struggling with sin. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So it ain't just about relationships, Sam. Like, you know, so now people are getting married. Now people feel like they can't have a drink. People feel like they can't have a cigar. People feel like they can't have fun in life when God created us to enjoy ourselves and have life. If the joy of the Lord is my strength, how can I have strength if I ain't never got joy? Come on.
And then to make you feel like everything you do, you going to hell. Right. So let me help y'all. I grew up in church. I love to go to worship and fellowship. I believe in all that. I believe in God. But I got some wisdom.
Yes, sir.
And so what happens is, I'm gonna say it. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how they do all this and all that. No.
You did just quicken though.
Yeah,
you quicken. You from the church for real.
That is real. That is real. But it's no way that you are 100%, and I can go scripture on it. You're not 100% on God all day.
Exactly.
You in your flesh.
Yeah.
You in your flesh. You're human. That's why you don't take it for granted. Now, hear me out. You don't take grace and mercy for granted.
Right, right.
But it's on the table. And the problem is with a lot of church folk, they want to distribute who gets grace and mercy.
That's it. That's it.
You don't have the authority to distribute that. As long as you get to know God for yourself and who he is, then you all good. But you can't we be serving for everybody. We ain't trying to make ourselves look good for table 10 and table 9.
Yeah.
So they can say, you know what, Sam? You know what? We're going to let you speak at the next men's day or the next women's day or the next
sing,
whatever.
girl.
You
We
can
sing.
sing today, Bijou. Oh, you can sing today. Who are you?
And I lose most engagements for conferences and preaching at churches because I'm the real authentic me. And so they like, well, how do you host a cigar event and you're a pastor? Well, because I have 3 grown black men who came to my church after having cigars with me, and they bring their families. Now, let me give you a picture, and then I'm going to talk about this real quick, and I'll make it real quick. If you ever want to look at the picture of what unperfection looks like, as we call it, sinless and everything, look at the Last Supper. The picture of the Last Supper where Jesus is with his homeboys, kicking it at Sylk's, and there's a table full of food, but there's also wine. They just didn't have tequila at the time. They just didn't have Suavecito at the time. They didn't have Jack Daniels at the time, but they had the best wine. You mean to tell me Jesus didn't take a sip? On his last dinner. I mean, he going to death row. And he know it.
And, I don't mean to interrupt. What was his first miracle? Didn't finish. Isn't that
It was, ironically, it was at a place called relationship that we call wedding, but it happened to be a celebration over love. And he turned water into wine. Now, let me say this, and then I'm going to move on. Let's get to the next question. While we're so quick to judge everybody, and I pointed this out on y'all's show the last, on Monday, is that Romans 7 talks about this particular passage where it says, anything that I want to do right, evil is always present. Which means that as much as we want to do right, there are times when we will make wrong decisions. So sometimes it's not the devil and it's not God. It's our own decisions that land us where we are. So some things aren't spiritual. They're our ideology. They're our thinking, our raising, our morals, our values. And that changes based upon your personal, not church, not denomination, your personal relationship with God. And that goes with relationships, decisions, jobs, business, everything. So I'll just leave it at that, because when we look at Romans chapter 7, then we'll stop judging people because we realize we need to fix ourselves.
All right.
Sam, can I say one thing?
Please.
Okay, so.
Y'all keep sending more
know
water
that I
and wine up here.
You know I'm ordained. You know I'm an evangelist. I want to tell you, Pastor, preach it anyway. Preach it anyway. Whatever God tells you to say it. You still being who you are. I've lost so many followers. I've lost so many people. They think I'm crazy as hell. But I don't care. Because what you're not going to take from me is the fact that I can lay hands and raise the dead, the fact that I see demons, the fact that I see angels. You can't take that from me. I was that in my mama's stomach. I was a prophet in my mama's stomach. So, Sam, it's your fault they nail me to the cross every week because I'm in here.
Speak that truth.
You hear
Speak
me?
that truth.
Preach it anyway.
Thank you.
My uncle Bishop, and he say, I still fornicate, I don't preach on fornication. Preach it anyway.
Anyway, I don't care if it hits you.
You understand? Whatever God say it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Can't nobody take that from you. And they're going to judge us anyway.
That's
I don't
right.
even like being called Evangelist Keisha. Call me Keisha Hodges. Call me Keisha.
What's up, Keisha?
You understand? That's it.
Keisha still called. Keisha still called. Keisha still called.
Right. But she's saying it's a fact, because God, like she said, if God gave it to you, it don't matter what. He gave it to you for a reason.
Well, I mean,
listen. I'm gonna look. My own person.
Tell them.
First sermon I preached, I was preaching a sermon. I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my partner, who I'm with, my fiance, but I wasn't married. I was pregnant, and nobody up there knew I was pregnant, but God had gave me a message to give. He didn't say you can't give this message because you're carrying a life, but you had that sex before marriage.
Right.
He gave me the message regardless.
On the child that he knew that you was
On the
gonna have.
child that he knew that I was going to have.
So the revelation
What we
is
gonna do?
you was pregnant with purpose.
What they gonna do? What
You
they
was
gonna do
pregnant
for what
with
God put in
purpose.
me?
Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah.
It was all for a reason. It all happened on purpose.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you can't. But when he put it in you, they can't take it. They can't take it. That's it.
And how many of y'all agree? Then we go to the next question. How many of y'all agree? We know. Oh man, we got the old Baptist preacher just walked in. Yes, sir.
He done seen us on Instagram, and in fact, he's like, "Let me pull up."
Black Planet.
I'm gonna pull up.
Walk him, brother. Walk him. Walk. How many of y'all believe? How many of y'all believe?
He done pulled up on me, y'all.
How many of y'all believe that we in our last days? How many of y'all believe that? Now
I don't.
Okay. When I say that, no, I'm talking about because it's a long time. You really want to dig and go down. It ain't happening right now.
Yeah.
This is the end of the world. But because I won't go through all the whole story. You know the whole story. You know, Reverend. But I'm talking about. I just say this. He said he was gonna pour his spirit on what?
All people. All people.
Did he say in what state you was in?
Nah, it's all people.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. On any and everybody. So when y'all want to sit over here and determine who gives the message of God, man, you blocking it.
Man, go to the next question. You got the bishops pulling them up on me.
Yeah, all right. Because I get tired of them doing that. All right, next one. But he had his way.
Yeah, there we go.
Dating someone new. When is the right time to ask for help? When is the right time to ask for financial help? I left out that one word, the big word, financial.
Wait, what?
Dating someone new, when is the appropriate time to ask for financial help? That is the question.
Why are you going into a relationship asking for financial
If you need
help?
some help, might need some help.
Go ahead, King.
You want to hit that first?
Go ahead, King. To the audience, let's keep it down. Let's keep it down.
I just was wondering, why are you going into a relationship looking for a paycheck? What are you? But, and I will say that some people lead with that. Some people lead. Hey, I got you on your
That's
bills.
their authentic
I got
self.
you an allowance.
They're being their authentic
I got you
self,
some rent.
leading like that.
I got you some of this.
Authenticity.
That's real.
Yeah. When is the right time to ask about someone's credit when you start dating someone new? Credit. The first date? First dates? What's your credit score?
What's your credit
What
score?
do you think about bills?
Let me see them W-2s.
At what point do you ask that question on the first date?
I can't hear you because we got people talking. Like
Hold on, we want to make sure we hear everybody.
Behind table 10.
All
we
right.
need y'all to.
We got 10 more minutes, y'all. 10 more
Come on.
minutes.
Okay.
What was you saying? Y'all tripping. Go ahead.
First of all, if I'm talking about bills, if I have had sexual intercourse with you, we gonna have to have already that understanding. I might ask you right then and then, and I ain't even say, I'm just saying, like, if I ain't even gonna ask you, but I'm gonna just put it out there, because a real man, if I just say, or he gonna do that anyway, you know what I'm saying? Because that's his place, baby. If we doing this.
So wait. But you independent. You got it going on. You a boss. You might want what I want.
So,
okay.
Do you need a bill paid too? You might need a bill paid too, because if we doing this, we got a mutual understanding that bills need paid. However,
All right.
So
Hey,
I'm gonna
hey, come on in.
I'm gonna ask that you not do that movement again.
Right.
Okay.
That's what's tickling me.
She wanted you to know what
It's
she
the hump
did.
for me.
I got it. I got it through conversation, but it's
Right,
the
right.
movement that's kind of distracting.
Listen, she wants you to know. Listen, if you're
All
gonna be
right.
doing all that movement,
I'm
then
gonna
you
take
need to pay one
her
of these
question.
bills.
Once we start having sex, does that mean that we're sharing money? Is that?
Yo, can we get some respect? Hello.
Yo.
Quiet room.
Because most of these people is mine. I need y'all to keep it down. All right? Please, just because we on Facebook Live and people can't hear. So don't look at me crazy. Just let's respect the game.
Once we start having sex, does that mean we share money? Nope.
Wait, you said $40.
$40.
It's about to get good now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to end this in 15 minutes.
Wait, what's the movement, girl?
I thought Backpage had shut down.
This is the quietest y'all ever been.
What you gonna do
Absolutely
with $40,
not.
girl?
What's the woman name got y'all so quiet over there?
Absolutely not. I mean, yes. If you're presenting yourself in need and you're just in dating mode, come on, nah. Right. That's a complete throw off. Period. Dating mode. If you're just dating someone and you're asking for that person to help you pay bills, come on.
But
I mean, the average dude is just gonna look
if
at
you
like,
hit it, if you hit it a couple of times.
I don't care anything about the sex. I mean, women love to equate with the sex thing. Like it's a give and give.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a give and give. Just like let's not get to that because.
Hold on, let me hear my brother out. Go ahead.
Listen, y'all.
Dudes know what to do. Seriously. I'm just saying.
Hold on, that's enough.
That when it comes to paying, you asking for some bill help. Come on, that's a complete throw. It's a turn off straight up.
Kenya, go ahead and say what you got to say.
No, because I mean, you should have your stuff together. You shouldn't be asking for no help with your bills. It just shows a weakness in your plan. You know?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
A weakness in your plan.
A weakness in your plan. I mean, moving forward. I mean,
Freddie, we still alive?
Come on, no, absolutely not.
I do feel that some people really do need some help, and they date dudes that they feel can provide that help. But if you know what it is, you know what it is. Come on now.
So with that, let's go here. There are times when sex is a transaction. Let's just be honest.
It is.
Because
it's the oldest profession.
When you go get the towel,
absolutely.
you go get a hot rag, that's a transaction. You go get that hot rag, they find out who get it first.
So I remember my uncle, this was some advice that he gave me. He used to say, you pay a woman to leave, never to stay. But if, it definitely is some gangster shit. But the other part of it is, if you plan on planning with her, then you sow into her. So that's why I say it's a transaction, because we as men, let's be honest, we meet a woman, we know if we want a transaction or if we want destiny. That's just as simple as it is. So if we want a transaction, don't be offended when she asking for payment for the pussy that she gets.
Listen, you better say it. That's the truth.
Hold on. Let me finish. To my brother's point right here, because yes, some of us deserve to be paid for the services we put out. I see y'all laughing. No. Hey, listen. Cougars got cash too.
If they got cash.
The curious Christian ones got extra cash.
Look, get it how you live it.
So let me, in honesty, let me say this, that this question should not be based upon sex, because sex is a transaction until it becomes a commitment.
What you got?
Okay. So this is what I feel like. By the time you a certain age, you, as a woman, you should have your shit together, right? So when you got your shit together, gotta be like after like 35. So when you got your shit together, you fucking people that you want to fuck because you want to. You shouldn't be fucking them because you want something, because you need it. Your shit should be straight. Now, if you need some help, that's cool. But if he don't want to, he ain't got to. Because your shit should be together.
All right.
So y'all gotta figure out, y'all gotta figure out as men who y'all are sleeping with. So So if you are sleeping with broke bitches, if you are sleeping with bum bitches, or if you are sleeping with leeches, then that's what you're going to receive and expect that. But by the time you over 35, everybody should be fucking for fun at this point.
Oh my God. No, girl.
That's it.
Now
We're going to clean that up. We're going to clean it up real quick. That means that I am with you or fucking you because I want
I'll
you.
be there Sunday.
Not because I need you. So that's the clean version. The clean version is that I am fucking you because I want you. Not because I need you. Pray.
Well, now let me say this. I understand what you mean, sis. I understand what you're saying. But the thing is that you have so many guys, they flexing, they flossing, they got on this, they wearing, they spending whatever. But then you want to come over my little raggedy house in my mattress on the floor or whatever, and you want to come do your business and then leave me in your
But
Benz.
you invited me over to this beautiful home. I'm going to get in here on a playground and play.
I'm not about to struggle with no man, and we are sexing.
Let me go back. Let me come back.
To that
Let me
point.
come back. Let me come back. She said.
To that point.
Life happens.
She wanted.
Life happens.
So, hold on. I didn't say it was yours.
Your ass.
Well, you should. You. That doesn't. When y'all in a relationship.
Okay, Sam.
When y'all in a relationship. That's when.
Sam, can I please
The
say?
answer is
What
you
you got?
should never have to ask. Because if it's not a transaction, then I'm going to bless you anyway,
There
baby.
we go.
Okay,
There
all
listen.
right.
What you
That's
got?
where it is.
Sam, I really got something to say.
Hold on. Hold on.
I feel her. She said, by the time you 35, you should have your shit together. So I am way older. I'm way older than 35. Okay? I own my own business. But ain't nobody touching me unless I'm getting paid. And I'm an evangelist. I'm so sorry.
Okay, all right, we get ready to
Ain't no
close it up
fun
tonight.
in giving you my body. Ain't no fun in giving you my body. That's my stuff. God bless me with it. It's my universe. If I open it up to you, you gotta pay for. Husbands gotta pay their wives. Husbands have to pay their wives. They get up and go to work every day, and that wife don't really have to
Got
do
a point.
nothing.
That's where I'm about to go.
She got a point.
You
Hold
got a
on.
point.
Yes, she does.
Hold on. She got a point, though.
Hold on.
Ain't no fun in adding a
Y'all tripping. She got a point.
Listen. Y'all missed her
Hold on,
point.
y'all.
And
Hold
she
on,
said,
hold
listen.
You missed
Bring
the
it
point.
down. Bring it down.
She said nobody answered this.
Bring
Can
it
I
down.
say something? You missed the point.
We ain't answered.
Yeah. I think
we
it
wanna
goes
hear
back
everybody's.
to this. I think it goes back to this, that for women, all of your points are right, that you should have your stuff together. I heard you, Kenya, where you talk about men who have all these nice things and flaunt these nice things. First of all, y'all stop being loyal to fuck boys, okay?
Listen.
And
Tell them.
So, and people who fake what they don't have. Because 9 times out of 10, let me help y'all women, you have more than what that Negro has. He's just presenting something that he borrowed from somebody else to impress you. I know it to be a fact. Now let me say this, that to your question, you should never have to ask. I think that both parties, if it's serious, you both bring something to the table that is of value to both of you, so that if you need money, not money to go buy a purse or get your nails done, let's go beyond that. But you holler at me and say, hey, I want this investment property, then I'm able to invest in you, you'll never forget me. Because I've invested in your purpose. And then when you make your money and I need some resources to get where I need to be, then you're going to invest in me because you never forgot what I did for you. So we got to stop this whole idea of just because he buy you a couple drinks and get you drunk and screw you in the backseat of the car, that he has your best interest at heart.
Right.
At all.
Right.
Because women, your womb is more valuable than you think.
All right, we got 2 more questions. Y'all having a good time?
Yeah.
Two more.
Say nothing.
I won't get to all of them as you guys are watching. Yes, I want you all to share the video Invite your peeps next week to come see us, come hang out with us.
At this point, it's counseling service. I'm gonna have to start charging it. I'm gonna have to start charging it.
Right.
Problems with baby mothers within a relationship. This says problems with baby mother within the relationship. So if you got problems with
that's a
his baby
statement.
mother,
We need a question. That's a statement.
Yeah, it is a statement.
Let's skip that one.
Anybody want to hit? No?
No.
All right.
Yeah, let's skip that
You
one.
mean like, a female has a problem with the baby mother of her man
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
we
the
don't-
relationship?
Yeah. Y'all work that out yourselves.
Yeah. All right. So I
go
like
to the
this
next
one. I want to end on this one. Yeah, I want to end it on this one. I can keep going, but we're going to end it. Y'all want to keep going? All right.
Sam, they don't have an option.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I need to start getting paid for my services up here.
Listen.
I'll do two more.
Okay, I'll go for that.
And then we good. I got to take Jeremiah to school in the morning.
Yes, we all.
All right. This is a statement. Look, you see that one? Another statement. It's not a question. It just says threesomes in a relationship. Anybody like that? Anybody? So let me say what somebody really wanted to say, because they made a statement. Is what are your thoughts on having threesomes in a relationship? That's really what they wanted to say. They probably was drunk and they just wrote down, I would have a threesome tonight. Shit, I'm not. Okay. And no, so what I always do is remember
Sit your ass down, please.
No. Real quick. This is why some people cheat and do what they do. All these questions that we ask, didn't nobody pay attention to them. When I just said that, you forgot. And that's how you do your relationships. Yep. Some people are into that. They're afraid to ask. That's one of the questions that we talked about and all that. So what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? At what point, I'm just going by these questions, do you ask a question? That's fair. They need the mic. Threesome. I need 3 mics. 3 mics.
It's always table 10. It's always table 10.
Table 10. The whole table wanted the mic. The whole table.
What you guys says?
Okay.
What you
All right.
Okay, so let me just say this. Sometimes I feel like people don't really believe you when you saying what you're saying, right? So as a woman or a man, you could tell your mate, yes, I will agree. He don't believe you. He think you full of shit, right? So he don't believe what you saying. So if you know that he want to have a threesome and you say, okay, I'll do it, he just don't believe you. So sometimes the person you dealing with, you got to know who you dealing with, because they really don't believe what you be saying.
That's good.
I don't know, like, so if your woman says she want to deal with a woman, if your man say I want to deal with a woman, however it go, you got to be open to talk about it and discuss it. But sometimes because you got the wrong mate in the beginning, you can't never have the conversation.
That's good.
Period.
Yeah. And let's go here. Let's go here.
Woo. Pastor want to
All
respond.
right.
Pastor got something to say.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I think that in the situation for men, we don't necessarily want to have a threesome in terms of the definition of what it looks like. We just want to have the freedom to have sex with multiple women. Let's keep it clear. Because a threesome means that I have to, hold on, let me finish. A threesome means that I have to agree to what my mate wants as well.
Right.
So, can you rock with me on this?
You're right.
As a man, I might want to have a threesome with 2 women.
Right.
But when my woman says she want 2 men,
You better say it. Say it.
No,
You better say it.
if I'm lying, I'm flying.
You saying it.
So let me tell you.
Yeah.
No, let me be serious. Let me be serious. Let me be serious. So threesome is not just what we have made it to be, where a man wants 2 women. Because sometimes your woman wants 2 men. No, it's not a train. That is not a train, brother.
Period.
That's a train.
That is not a train.
That's a choo-choo train.
Let me help you.
That's a choo-choo
Let me
train.
help you.
Sam, where's the sound?
No.
Where's the sound?
No. No.
Sugar,
no.
sugar, sugar, sugar,
no.
sugar.
It is not. It is not. It's not. And that is why I'm saying, I'm gonna give you the mic.
Let's hear it.
I'm personally gonna give you the mic.
Let's hear it.
As
Let's
you see,
hear it.
I got up from my seat. That's what I'm saying is that a threesome, in terms of the definition of a menage a trois, y'all have to research. Stop using words that y'all don't know what y'all under using. In terms of a menage a trois, it is an intimate passion between three people. Excuse me, sir, because I'm gonna let you talk and I will not interrupt you. But a train means that me and you want to fuck the same woman. But we don't want to engage in a threesome because there's no passion, which means that your woman, this is so real. This is why y'all got to be careful about what y'all asking for. Because the minute your woman asks you to engage with the man that you with in a threesome, that's where you lose it. But we want our women to engage in a threesome with a woman, and that is what is called a menage a trois. What you are talking about is you and your homeboy screwing one girl for kicks and high-fiving. You got to be taught what? Please help me. Yeah.
Here we go.
Let me talk.
Let me explain something to you. Hold on. I know the definition too. But what I'm saying is that with a menage a trois or a threesome with two women and two women and one no man. Two women and a guy, that's a menage a trois because all three people are interacting. If you don't, all three people are interacting with each other, is what I'm saying. So if you're talking about a train, that's two dudes on one female. So that's all I'm saying. That's the difference. That's the difference.
I'm doing this question with this tomorrow's topic.
Let me help. Let me help. Let me help. Let me help.
That's not what we're talking about.
What's the difference between two men on one woman?
No. Let me help.
Versus the opposite.
Everybody, let me help. I'm going to help. This is going to help. Everybody take a deep breath in.
Let's go on for definition, though.
Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let me help. Let me help. And here is the reason why the men in this world who would prefer to entertain a threesome do not get what they want. It is because we are defining it incorrectly. There are women in this world that would partake in this thing that you are envisioning, but they want an experience. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I want you to hang on to that word experience because it is important. Because it's the one word that nobody ever talks about when this conversation comes up.
Language matters.
Your threesome and your menage a trois, for all of the educated folks in the building, does not matter. What is important is that you have a conversation with your mate about an experience. An experience that they can have that is both beneficial to you and her. So you may very well be able to get what you need, but you have to explain it in a way that it is beneficial to everybody in the building. The experience is far more exciting, pleasurable, important, and meaningful than just your rigmarole, a threesome. Because I just want to have two ladies in the bed. I just want to have two men in the bed. That is a transaction. Ain't nobody looking for a transaction at a certain level. At a certain level in your sexual interaction, you are looking for some clutching of your pearls. You are looking for some experience. You are looking for your breath to be taken from you. You are looking for you wanting to have that to happen again and again. That is an experience. So if you can provide for me, Keisha, who can provide an experience for the both of us, I'm with Keisha. If you can provide someone that can come into the space and do something for the both of us, that we are both clutching our proverbial pearls, then we are all good to go. But when you come in with your gangster mentality, like I want a threesome,
and I don't feel no kind of way. I just need a threesome. That's too gangster for the situation. You have to have some level of care for me. You have to have some level of concern for me, some level of pleasure for me. It's not to say that you do not pleasure me. It's just simply saying that there's some things that we can entertain in this interaction that will make this go beyond bliss.
That's good.
That is an experience. It is not a threesome. It is not a menage a trois. It is not a train or whatever it is that folks want to call it. It is an experience. And it's not to say that you can't provide me that. It's just saying that I want to do a little something extra this evening. And if you are willing to partake in that,
that's a good one to end
we
on,
can
yes.
talk to whoever it is that you want to bring to the table. But you and I both,
Yes,
sir, need to agree on Keisha. Because it might not be Keisha. I might not like Keisha. I might like Gabrielle. Gabrielle might be looking super sexy over there. And I would prefer her to enter the room other than Keisha. That is an experience. So I would encourage everybody to have the conversation about an experience and not your threesome.
I want to hear my brother right here.
All right, let's hear what he got to say.
Sam, let's go to the last question.
Yes.
Go ahead,
you
brother.
got, bro.
Actually, it don't. Fuck Keisha and fuck Gabrielle.
Listen to
Talk,
him.
brother, talk.
We got to listen to him.
Talk.
Yeah, we heard y'all. Listen to him.
Let me explain something to you.
Talk, brother.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Because every man, that's something every man want to experience or feel like. I don't give a shit about that. Because for one, you can open up Pandora's box. And lose, and lose your fucking man or lose your fucking woman.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
So if you in a committed relationship and you want to have an experience, then be prepared to have an experience. One night of pleasure could cause a lifetime of pain.
Listen.
Come on now.
Better say
Drop that
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
I'm just saying, yeah, it sounds fun, but is it really fun after the fact?
It ain't always worth
And
it.
I gotta say this, and I don't mean to sound vulgar. I don't. But guys, I'm speaking for the guys. You know you didn't hit that one that you, after you didn't hit it, you like, damn, I don't know why I did that. Soon after you let it out, you can't do that. I like to, for me, if I'm in a serious relationship, I just want her. That's it.
All right,
I just
young man. All right, young man.
That boy trying to pull numbers for the end of the night.
All right, young man.
That boy trying to pull every single woman in here tonight.
It's a lot of men that think like him. There's a lot of men that think like him, though.
And that is true.
He's right. There's a lot of men that think like him.
Yeah, I think
This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
And with that
for your experience, if you're on the phone with her the next day, then
Right.
how you feel about it?
You better say that.
See.
It's other stuff.
But
that
Sam, I just want to hit this real quick.
Another stuff.
I just want to hit this real quick because the question, although all of these statements were knowledgeable, the question was specifically about threesomes. And I want people to understand that whether it's an experience, whether it's a terrible experience, whether you open up Pandora's box, is that threesomes have been manipulated to only believe that men are the ones who deserve them.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Or desire. When women also desire another woman or two men at the same time.
And then that's why she go and hit somebody about 3 or 4 hours after you.
Exactly.
No, they do. Women do it.
No, women do it.
Women. You just saw a whole lady
3
had
4
twins.
hours? Goodness gracious.
Yes, we had a lady who had twins
and
two fathers.
You're right. You're right.
So what I was saying originally is that men actually experience it more, or women experience it more than we think, because then we'll have sex with one person and then go have sex with another.
What it is,
you can be honest and just have it collectively.
So
But
I would
it's
get
frowned
more.
They may not always want the both of them at the same time. Maybe they just.
Oh shit, Bijou,
She might
you
want
tripping.
one.
You got me though. You got me.
Yeah,
That's
She
true.
might want
just
one in the
both
bunk
of them.
hole and one in the coochie at the same time.
You might want to get DP. Sam Sylk said you might want to get DP.
Right. So that's that. So I've been. Hold on. Shh. Because we got to move on. We got
to go to the next question.
You the last response on this question. You the last response. Then we go into my last question, and then we out of here.
I'm in so much trouble.
No, because we're gonna do. We're gonna do. Yeah. What you got?
So I was in a relationship and I was with a guy for a very long time. And we had been through cheating, babies, all type of crazy madness. And, you know, in our relationship, he just break out the blue like, I want a threesome. And I found out he was like into this whole other world. We had been together since we was like high school sweethearts until our adulthood. And I was like confused because I'm just like, well, where the fuck, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't comfortable with giving him a threesome because, hell, if I laid down with you and this chick in the bed tomorrow, like he said, he get on the phone and call her tomorrow, I'm opening up the door for you to continuously doing the things I accept you for or took you back for.
Yes.
So what the hell I look like giving you a threesome? Not saying how she said
that's
it's a
not what you
conversation
want.
that we need to have and experience.
Yeah.
But I'm not comfortable with giving you that experience because you didn't show me time and time again. This is what you went to. So where do I stand, Dave? Is it something I was interested in? You done blew that 10 bitches ago. So where the fuck are we laying out?
Right.
Say that.
No, that's good.
So
That's good.
I would say the best way to end this question is to do what makes you happy.
And to have honest communication about what you need to be happy.
And
you be honest. You honest. If you don't be honest, it's how you end up in all this stuff. Go ahead, King.
Let me just say, next week also we will have someone here that will be talking about sexual relations, and we'll dive a little bit deeper into those conversations because really those are some of the conversations that we don't have. You know, if you grew up in
and
the
that's
church.
why people be cheating. That's why people do what they do because they have some areas where they're unsatisfied. They still practicing that with you, and they're not telling you the truth. They're not asking the real questions, and that's why y'all end up where you are
because you didn't match in the first place.
Yeah, and that's we'll say that the word match. You didn't match. You gotta find who matches your levels of everything from
Your freak
sexuality
level.
on down.
Yes.
Because like you
10.
said, but I really do appreciate the young man over here who said the maybe the unpopular opinion that everybody just isn't into that because you don't know what it can lead to. It can lead down a very dark road that you may not be prepared for, chasing a thrill. And everybody just doesn't like that. Everybody not into all that. And I shout out to the man for saying all men. Because I think women, we have this idea.
Yeah, we got to give it up for him.
Yeah,
if I'm into you, I'm into you.
Y'all setting him up. Y'all setting him up.
Look, every woman at table 10, they taking a picture with him.
Because I think we have this idea that all men are just wild freaks and they don't have no control over themselves. But all men are not like that. There's some men who have very good control over themselves and they are okay with one woman.
Exactly.
Man.
And that's all right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the way it's supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned. But everybody, for each his own. But I appreciate you for keeping it a buck.
And I appreciate Bijou saying that women are the same way because it is. We always put the blame on men for being the sneaky cheaters, but women do it too.
No, women do it too.
Women don't cheat.
The real deal.
About?
I'm gonna say the last question. We got one more last question.
Black women don't cheat.
Black women don't cheat.
Men learn how to cheat because of what women do. That's women show.
I was a fan
how
until
to do
you
it.
said that. Black women cheat and cheat well.
They cheat
She
worse.
said black women do it with a purpose.
With a purpose, girl.
Women show men how to do it. And then what happens is we don't pay attention. Men don't be paying attention. She be showing you, this is what you do. And you get so caught up, it was good coochie. And you slip up.
Everything. No, watch this. Everything.
You can't be a cheater unless she give it to you.
Everything a woman check you about is actually the checklist to make sure you don't get caught cheating.
Oh man.
Exact. Rashana, I
ever
want
had a woman
thank you
give
for your, your honesty.
I'm gonna do a whole nother book. I'm about to give up too much. I give this last one. The reason why some men are not cool with the threesome is because I'm gonna tell you why. Well, no, let me. Y'all want me to finish this so we get to the last?
I want you to get to the last question.
A lot of times, number one, they don't want to go in the bunk hole and hit the coochie at the same time. Never do. Okay, so let's be real. Hey, men, y'all gonna back that up or y'all into that? That's the bunk hole.
He's saying that most men
one
don't
man in
wanna
the
have a
bunk
threesome.
hole, the other in the inside of the coochie.
Yeah, so
they
he's
don't want to
saying-
do that.
Oh, so that's
I'm
why
just
women
saying.
don't want the two guys.
They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. Some women are into that. All right? All right? Next.
Bijou so innocent.
He
man.
don't want to see. Hold, let me finish. I'm trying to help y'all. That's why y'all be messed up. He don't know how that other dude gonna beat it up, and she gonna enjoy it in front of him. Will his ego allow him to watch her get that coochie beat up?
Nope.
But it's the same with women. Like, it's the same for a woman, Sam.
I know that, but I'm just saying that why men not. You never say on me.
And the woman will be like the same way.
Right, I squirted. She didn't squirt it.
Oh, let one squirt and the other don't. Oh, it's a whole problem in there, right? Don't do that.
Join us next week. We'll be right back. Here's our last question.
This is my last relationship out.
I gotta bring y'all down because I gotta put y'all flesh in check.
All right, come on. Last question.
What does love feel like? Is the last question. What does love feel like? What does love feel like? All right, and then we close. Anybody else want to hit it? What does love feel like?
I'll say my answer and then leave it alone.
Hold on. The reason, hold on real quick. Because I got to bring it down right quick. Because a lot of times, this is what happens in relationships. Someone will ask a question and you do not listen.
Exactly.
And you don't respond and you miss what they ask you. I'm going to say it and ask this question while I got y'all riled up, but slow down, come down. What does love feel like? That's a real ass question.
So I'll say this, and then I'll let everybody else answer because I'm done after this, Sam. I'm burnt out.
Me too. I'm tired. Y'all took me over my time.
And I don't know.
But I love y'all. I love you.
And I appreciate y'all having me on the panel, but I don't know who the hell seen tonight's questions and answers, so I'll deal with it tomorrow. But let me say this in serious mode. First of all, love does not mean stick and stay. Love does not mean that I got to be with you forever. Love means, to me, what it feels like is unconditional. That you love me in spite of who I am, to love me to where I need to be. And I think that is the most, intimate way that you can love somebody. Oftentimes we feel like, and let me help you. This is not just male-female relationship, because when we talk about relationship hour, we talk about male and female, but oftentimes we don't know how to handle relationships in life, period. We don't know how to handle people. We don't know how to handle our family. We don't know how to handle business relationships. And that's why we lose most of the opportunities we have. Love is unconditional. I know some of the most broken people who have never been loved, but they count on me for love because I don't judge them and I respect them for who they are and I see who they can be. So in spite of your mistakes, in spite of how you mishandle me, in spite of how you mishandle even people that's close to you, it does not dictate my love because I represent the love of Christ. And Christ died on the cross for people who didn't even appreciate the fact that he was dying for them. So at the end of the day, what loves feel like is unconditional. And here's the thing, most of us can never feel it because we never give it. Because our love is conditional. Our patience is conditional.
I like that.
Our peace is conditional. Everything is conditional. And so I love people who don't even love me because they don't even know how to love me because they've never been loved unconditionally. So when you talk to people in the streets, the reason that I got the respect that I got in the streets is not because I killed anybody, not because I sold the most dope. It's because I love people in spite of their mistakes. So when nobody else showed up for court, I showed up for court. When nobody else wrote them a letter, I wrote them a letter. When nobody else invested in their business and believed in them, I did it. It's called unconditional love. And that is the most precious love from any biblical book that you can read. The Quran, the Bible, Jehovah's Witness, anybody who knock on your door, whatever. If you don't have unconditional love, then your love ain't real at all.
Y'all feel that? All right. I'm gonna get ready. You wanted to say something on that? No, I saw his hand go up. Oh, he need a mic. Give him a mic now, Freddie. We gonna get you the mic. Get you the mic. And we're gonna leave out. And you get that song "Love" from Music to close out too. Love. Don't play Keisha Cole.
Love is going to sleep, thinking about somebody, can't get them off your mind. You wake up in the morning, can't get them off your mind. Throughout the day, all you do is think about this person. That's love.
All right, that's
love. Because any other way, you're not doing
That's
it.
love.
I would start singing, going
sing,
back to
Sam.
my. No, I was.
You ain't gonna sing.
I start. You don't want me to sing. They hung him high.
I think that
Okay, we got somebody over there.
Yes, go ahead, beautiful. Go ahead.
you said the question was how does love feel, right?
Yes. How does it feel?
So I think it depends on the person. It depends on each individual person. We have 5 love languages. So people talk to us differently. Even though everyone is a little bit different, I think that it feels different for everyone. It's a different feeling for everyone because what I do for you, you may not appreciate, but the next man will. So I think it just depends on the person.
Can I help you with that real quick?
Yes.
I actually, and I promise I'm gonna drop the mic and leave after this, but you said a good point, because the 5 love languages has been something that we quote and that we read. I think what the 5 love languages did for us as a book is box us into one particular love language that we must commit to, when in actuality, all of us need all 5 at different points, and we must be, here it is, we must be able to read the individual to supply what that love language is out of the 5 that were supplied at that time. You agree? Yeah, thank you. That's all I was gonna say.
All
it's
right.
because a person who says my love language is quality time also needs gifts. You know what I'm saying? So
But it's like nobody knows how to do it though. That sounds so good, but nobody can do all of them. Because I got to make that point. It sounds so good, but everybody doesn't know how to express all 5, and that's the problem.
No, but it comes, and I agree with you. I do agree with you, but we express all 5s even without our conscious knowing it. Because on Christmas time or birthdays, what do? We give gifts. We give quality time, right? But let me say this. Even if you don't know how to express all 5, you can find how to express all 5 through unconditional love, because with the 5 love languages, the critique I have of the book, and I did a writing on this, is that they based it on what you give the other person, not what you are birthed to give.
All right,
So
well, I
that's-
can't
that's
say
my-
nothing now. I can't say nothing now because you pretty much didn't say what I was about to say. Because it's about what you put out. If you ain't got no money in the bank, you can't take none out. If you put a lot in, you're gonna get a lot back. So you kind of shut it down for me. But I do want to tell you this. What's the difference in love and being a fool?
Loving me and what?
Being in love and being a fool for love.
Because I don't believe,
I know that's the last question,
Yeah,
but
no, let me say this. I said I was going to put the mic down and walk away. I don't believe in being in love. I believe in love. Because just like you can be in love, you can be out of love. But that's what's going back to my original point, is that unconditional love is the root of love. And that is the agape love that comes from the African tradition of loving your people in spite of their screw-ups, mess-ups, and misbehaviors, because we are a tribe, we are a unit.
All right. Whew. Did y'all have a good time tonight? You had a good time? All right. So, yeah. And I want to say this, man. I'm not just saying this. Yes, man, that's the spirit, because I sure was going to say it. Somebody got to do it. Hey, let's bring it down. Bring it down as we close out. Let's bring it down as we close out. I want to thank Bijou for coming out.
Absolutely.
Come on. I want to thank Pastor Cal for coming out. And the reason why, come on, yes, sir.
And I'll say this. This is me saying it. This is not them. It's me. I thank them for trusting this platform to come on, to be on, both of them. I respect them enough, and I want to say thank you, because many people, they judge. And you guys were just who you are. I know you all personally, y'all good people, y'all great people. And I thank you all for saying, you know what, we'll come out and we'll chat and we'll talk and we'll discuss and be who you are. So I thank you all for doing that.
Absolutely.
And I challenge anybody for you guys to do that as well. So this is a great fellowship. It's a great conversation that we had. And we're going to continue next week. We'll be right back with it. You said we have, who we got coming?
We will be talking to Dr. Latia Phillips-Bay, and we'll be talking, she's specializes in Tantra and different things. We're going to have some
She
real
just used some big words.
about sex.
Tantra, is that?
I thought that was a video game.
Taco?
I thought it was a video game.
No, we're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about sex next week. Okay.
So
all types.
All of that
types
stuff.
things, yes.
So we have some specialists, professionals that be here. Plus, we're gonna put Marsha Lay. She confirmed she's on here next week.
Perfect.
So come back, bring a friend, and this is how we build a community. And let me say this: everything is not just about sex, and that's why a lot of times we mess up. You base too much stuff on sex.
Well, sex can be important.
It's very important, but if y'all don't have a conversation to figure out about the threesomes and about all the other stuff and about the baby, does he have baby mamas and baby daddies? But the sex is very important. Yeah, it is. Yes. Yeah, it is. You know.
Yes.
But sometimes sex blind y'all. So,
yes, sir.
So I just want to, as we close out, we're gonna, we was both on it, and I thank him for saying it. He's gonna lead us out. Pastor Cal gonna lead us out with a prayer over everybody who watching. We're gonna keep it authentic. I know y'all didn't hear the organ or piano. No robes. We just good people hanging out, having dialogue in that order. So, hey, real quick, Bijou, tell them where they can find you at. Please.
Bijou.
And tell them about the head though. Tell them about all of they can get.
Sam always promoting for me. That's why you my boy. Yes, Bijou. I am Bijou Star on social media. Power Hair Collection is my hair line.
Do it one more time.
Okay?
Do it one more time.
Power Hair Collection. That's at Power.
Y'all going out this weekend? Y'all getting ready for New Year's Eve? All that, or just going to work?
Support the business, all right, the hustlers, and and Sis Everyday as well. That's my inspirational website, siseveryday.com. So that's for women in spirit, it's sisters in spirit, but we real, but love Jesus too. Absolutely. Like Pastor Kyle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And can I just say, follow me, please, Kenya Brown Live on social media. If you're on Facebook, I'm Kenya Brown. And if you would like some wonderful embellishments for one of your parties, Simply Ballooniful. Simply Ballooniful.
My baby's birthday too.
What does embellishment mean?
Well, something like this.
Okay.
You know,
I was just saying for the slow folks out there.
Balloons. I'm
if you want
artist.
drinks and good food, pull up to Sam Sylk.
That's right.
There we go.
Nah.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. So.
Where's church on Sunday?
Oh yeah, shameless plug. City of God is on 152nd and Pepper. Every Sunday from 12 to 1. We non-denominational church and believe in doing more work in the community than we do believe in having church service. So
I love that.
I love it. Yeah. And I just want to say this too. When we talk about platforms, y'all, in relationships, because it's not just about man or woman and sex, Sam Sylk, Bijou, and Kenya have given me a platform to be on 93.1 every Monday and Wednesday. I'm a little tipsy right now for some reason. Sorry, I had a little too much wine at the communion. Monday and Wednesday, where we just 2:30, where we drop a word, and I'm able to just motivate and inspire people. So I want to give a round of applause to them for believing in me to be able to do that for the network that they have. So thank
Appreciate
y'all.
you, though.
Thank y'all.
You do awesome. It's bomb.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we close out, let me say this, just a couple things. First and foremost, we thank the Creator for another day of life and hope and destiny and purpose. I say that every time I'm on the air. Does not matter what the religion that you believe in, but the Creator has given you life for another day of purpose. So can we put our hands together for that? I don't pray traditionally, so here is my prayer, that as we leave this place, but never from God's presence, that He will protect you, keep you, inspire you, enlarge your territory, but not only protect you, but your family and your friends also. Your inner circle is just important as your outer circle. So as you are inspired, may you go inspire other people to be the best that they can be and be who God called them to be. So peace and blessings to y'all. It's not a moment, it's a movement. Peace and blessings.
Let's go to work, y'all. Hey, play. Can you go to YouTube and play? I want to thank you, Heavenly Father, Alicia Myers. Play that, and then after that, turn the regular thing on. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Good night.